Alright boys, here are some changes. Never haven't already seen all of this. Wow. Okay, guys, stop it. Stop. So we're gonna get like 1-6 to 2-6. Wait, wasn't like Illaoi like 2-6 already? I mean before. Was she 1-7, right? She was 1-7. And Tentacle Smash, instead of like buffing it back to spamming 3, they put it on 3 mana. Wait, wasn't it 3 mana before as well? But I don't remember though. 3 mana actually makes sense. I think it was like 4 mana. They just reduced the spam by 1, no? Because 4 mana I was like at the beginning of Tentacle Smash, I was like, that's actually like just 4 summon 3, yes. And now it's 3 mana. At 3 mana I think Tentacle Smash is fair. But do you guys think like Tentacle Smash can be still used like for other things like control for like Nami decks or something? Like it's not technically a 2 mana heavy metal, which is absolutely amazing, but this is like almost the same as well. Like 3 mana deal 2 damage. In some cases you even get units, or you have like you can actually increase it with Eye of Nagakabouros and make it like 4 damage. Dudes. Alright. I like these buffs though, although they don't make the deck to be that great again. But I'm still questioning if we can actually make like Tentacle Smash into an other decks apart from Illaoi. Illaoi Swain. But why Swain though? I mean, why not TF Illaoi? I mean, you can still do it. I mean, technically you have like the idol in the deck already. My dudes, you have it in the deck, okay. So we have Nagakabouros buff as well, which is from round start to summon in round start. So when you play it and you have like your tentacle already there, you can generate the tantrum. You know, this is absolutely making more sense though, since like it's so hard to actually even get a round start if I have like it required you so much for building up tentacles die more often than necessary. At the first time as well when they released this champion, I was like, bruh, what is going on? Like, how are you supposed to activate this? And people who played Illaoi actually never tech like Nagakabouros, but now it actually is main deckable at some point. Spell damage. It does spell damage. And you have like already some tentacle on the board and you deal damage. You instant level Swain, I suppose. I mean, they actually are good on curve though as well, right? But I think this is actually pretty solid. But I don't know if this is gonna be making Illaoi actually still viable though. Like Tentacle Smash is the best buff over here. Like Illaoi, that 1 damage buff doesn't really never matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter, dudes. It doesn't. Alright. Then we have like Maokai changes and some of the Jackson's fish fights. So we have Maokai. Maokai has been talked about like variety changes, like Maokai is gonna get like a change in terms of, you know, in terms of like skill change or some buffs or something. I don't know. This is not called a variety patch, is it? They will announce it when it is actually a variety patch, right? And this is absolutely not a variety patch. It's just like this. So I don't know what they have in future for Maokai though. This is a variety patch? So this is a variety patch, would you say? Ah. I don't know. I mean, this is variety patch calls kitchen sink. Okay. Kitchen sink. Hold on. Let's put on some more relaxing music. Because it actually hurts my brain so much. So Jax is gaining Overwhelm on level 2. Instead of like the Light of Hecate has Overwhelm. Makes absolute sense though, but don't know about this buff though. I mean it's a buff though, right? But these actually seems to be like the best kind of buffs though. Like Fish Fight gains Weapon Master, so is Roar of Hecate gains Weapon Master. Like Roar of Hecate made absolutely no sense to be like Weapon Masters. I think like Roar of Hecate is gonna be the strongest Jax card in the game. Like I think the reason they didn't give it Weapon Master is because it was too OP for Jax to have like such a huge board with 6 mana. Like imagine you always have like weapons there in your hand and you just kind of like 6 mana, get 2 units on the board with weapons already on them. Like that's absolutely OP for Jax though. It actually makes no sense for Jax not to have it. But no, Jax has it. You can actually add it in, right? It's kind of neat. I mean, the reason is Demacia, and Riot thought like it would be a good idea for to put it in Demacia, so you're forced to play Jax and Demacia. But now you're not forced to play Jax and Demacia. You can play Jax and Vi again with Roar of Hecate. I think that's kind of neat. They said they want Jax to swap weapons. They said they were thinking Jax will be played in Demacia. Yeah, they thought that Jax gonna be played in Demacia, and instead like Jax support cards become like Wayne and Aatrox support cards, it seems. So yeah, I mean for now I think Maokai buff is absolutely unnecessary. Like that 1 power makes no sense. If it would get like 1 more HP would make more sense, so you can actually play it on the board. But buffing and damage, like what are you supposed to do? Damage Maokai? The Maokai but was more of a little gift so that Maokai can at least block a 1-cost unit. You never want to block with Maokai. I guess it's just so they give 2 power. So when they play against aggro, Maokai actually can block though much more easily. But that's all I think it is. They said that. I mean, what can you do with 1 power, right? And nothing really. The whole effect is what Maokai is good at. And I think that's kind of like enough though. I didn't think it needed like some buffs though. But well, I don't mind it. So patch notes on Kayle. Kayle alone is in the best picture. So Kayle got like changed a bit. So 6 mana to 6. Doesn't self buff to 5 mana. 1/5 summon buff hits self. Yo, thank you very much for the follow, Vifu Hunter. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, mates? You do want to slap the desk or mainly forgetting Targan? I didn't touch Targan. Yeah, that kind of happens. I mean, what is this if it's not Targan? I'm literally here in Targan. So Kayle got like changed to 5 mana instead of 6. They remove 1 HP though for the price of nothing. Wait. They literally just removed 1 HP and made it 5 mana. Isn't this actually kind of OP? 5 cost Kayle is actually quite strong now. I do like this change. I mean, most of the time turn 6 is already way too late, so you can actually play like Kayle immediately, and then I don't know, you can survive. I don't know. Like you have much faster way to play Kayle and attack. Since like Kayle you want to attack with, On turn 6, attacking feels quite weak though. On turn 5, it feels a bit better. I think this is going to be changing and possibly make Kayle playable. I'm not giving it 100% there, but it's going to be definitely be making Kayle decks a bit more about tier 2 decks. She gave away 1 health for 1 mana. I mean, that's actually a very slim price though. It feels like a buff though. I mean, normally if you reduce something, you reduce like 2 stats, like -1 here, -1 there, like power and health. And Kayle only got -1 health though for 1 mana. I think that's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's like the same thing for Kindred, right? Kindred was 5 mana 4/4, and now it's 4 mana 4/3, and it's much better. People actually play her. Or it, or that thing, right? Her mom never felt good though. Hero feels pretty good though, if you can buff her before you played her, but it's always weird. I actually got to masters playing Kayle and Brown, and I think like with this change, the deck feels a bit much safer to play, I feel. Now we have like a very interesting buff though on Tristana. Tristana gains impact, like it's not just quick attack and impact. I mean quick attack and get impact on level. She has already 1 impact already. I mean that 1 damage won't literally save you, right? You can still kind of do like Tristana attack though or something, I'm not sure. Attack with Tristana, get 1 damage, but it's all in impact, Tristana. I mean, you mean the landmark version, right? Would have been funny if they gave her overwhelm like they did with Swain. Well, I don't think like they can give overwhelm to Tristana, because Tristana is absolutely strong, devastating early game, and then late game is just kind of lackluster. It's like, you guys remember how Shard of Reverence got buffs refilled to spell mana. This card is actually quite strong though, NGL. I mean, normally when you play Rise, you aim for this card and then you can just play more cards though. I feel like this is absolutely strong though. Do you guys think like Rise... I'm gonna be playing Rise today. Like, I feel like I want to play Rise now since I saw this. Extra spell mana can be actually be much better though, because you're always running out of cards and mana. I mean we have the next card, Shadowshift. Shadowshift is 3 mana and it's gonna go buff to 2 mana. You know, I kind of get why this is called a variety patch, right? Like, these things never matter, right? like so far I don't think like so much changed, right? Except for Kayle though, and Tentacle Smash, which is quite good though. I think this is actually not so bad though. I mean, they already take like 1 mana recalls, and now they have like 2 mana recall plus a Living Shadow, and it's actually good for... I think it affects that spell as well. So we have Lissandra. When I'm summoned, the frozen... when I'm summoned, I'm summoning a frozen troll, okay? 2, when I'm summoned, summon a frozen troll and advance it by 2. So it only advances her frozen troll, not just any frozen troll though. I think this is actually a huge buff though, since like Lissandra has been only played with frozen trolls. And I think like Riot even likes that part, that people play like frozen trolls to get down the Watcher as well, and something like that. So I think this is actually pretty huge. It's actually not so bad. I like that. I like this buff though. Although I didn't really like playing against the deck, but I don't feel like the deck is that unfair unless they have always deny. And they should really nerf deny. Negation should really use. Alright, here comes the spicier ones, you saying? Further down the line. So the next one, we have Hate Spoke. Kill an ally to deal not 2 damage, but 3 damage. And then summon Haas. Instead of like reducing it to 1 mana. It's like, it didn't make sense for you to sacrifice a unit for 2 damage. But 3 damage actually is very... Yeah, I do like this. I think like this is much more... It's gonna be played much more in like Nora deck. Nora Vega or something like that. Or Heimer. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna possibly play more in control decks. I don't know if Eve is gonna still be viable or we're gonna be... Is that even relevant? Summon? Empyrean and Grand Ephemeral if you float. So it's like 4 mana, 3/5 because you get like a spell mana for this. I mean, it's a bit late though, but I don't think so. Okay, alright. Next one is Lucian. Lucian is 2 mana from 2 mana, 3/2 to 1 mana, 2/1. So they're gonna be making Lucian. Why are they needing to make Lucian weaker? I mean, the thing is, they could have simply made 1 mana 2/2, right? I think that would make... They simply nerfed the level 2 requirements as well. Like, it used to deal like 4 damage twice, right? Now it deals like 3 damage twice, and that's not even that big of a deal now. So Lucian level up damage is not that great. That's absolutely a nerf, dudes. I think that's a nerf. I don't like Lucian, but are you guys talking about Weight of Judgement? So let's keep Albus Ferros then. Weight of Judgement deal was 4 mana, deal 7 to a follower, to 3 mana, deal 4 to a follower. Wait, hold on. Is it gonna be like 3 mana on total? Like, you know, it's not like you spend 4 mana to deal 2 damage to a champion or 4 to a follower. It's 3 mana, deal 2 to a champion or 4 to a follower instead of 7. Like 4 mana deal 7 was absolutely not that terrible. I mean, but people didn't play it because Shurima was never a control deck that really relied on cards like these. And it couldn't really kill champions, which was absolutely bad. But now it's like 3 mana, deal 2 damage to a champion or 4 to a follower. If they will cut the part where they should be making like 3 mana deal, I don't know, they should just made like 4 mana deal. Oh, you can kill with yeah, you can kill Nora with it, but you spend 4 mana to kill a 2 mana champion. But now you spend like 3 mana to kill a 2 mana champion. So you're still kind of like in the negative. You spend more mana than the opponent does, so that's not really that great, isn't it? The whole point of like spells are to be weaker than units. 5 mana even if you're like me pulling out Taliesin instead of main decking. Oh, nobody takes this card. I mean, I don't even know what Taliesin actually even does though, since like... and last but not least, we have Albus Ferros. Albus Ferros is deal 1 to deal 3. So technically, on a tie, it deals 3 damage to the enemy nexus. And then it gets increased by 1 for every 6+ spell cost. So the starting damage is already 3. So main decking Albus Ferros now in a Jace deck is absolutely kind of good. I mean, I was already main decking Albus Ferros in a Spiritfire is such an unexpected turnaround sometimes, and your deck is focused around vulnerability. Well, the thing is, like, it's unexpected though, but nowadays people don't run money unit. Alright, here comes the changes and nerfs everybody was waiting for. Katarina to... So Katarina got like to 2-2, which is quite important because now you can actually scrying sand it or Quietus it, you know, sort of things. You can remove Katarina much more likely. I mean, she was doing so much damage already, and in Grand Deck it wouldn't really not matter. So Katarina is now literally nerfed to the point it's only good in Grand Deck, like no one else, and it's absolutely garbage idea. Like half a year ago people were kind of like, we need to buff Katarina, we don't see Katarina, and now like nerf Katarina, Katarina OP. Like what? Imagine like some small change like level 4, I mean level of version. I don't know, my dudes. I mean that's the reason like I'm saying like it can only be played with Gwen now. Quietus and Chol Chan, bruh, she dies. We have Super Mega Death Rockets, SMDR, 4 damage to 3 damage. So it does 3 damage to the enemy nexus. It's no longer 1 mana decimate. This is absolutely huge though. And I think like this is killing the champion so far. I feel like she has been like only performing alright, and now it's super not alright though. I'm kind of sad she needed to be nerfed though in some way like this. I mean, if you're not winning with her, then what do you win with anymore? I mean, nowadays you usually only play like Lulu or Lulu Jinx or Echo Jinx, and she's just a side character. When you run out of cards, you just play her and just, you know, level up and do a thing. But now, perfectly adequate Mega Death Rocket. Finally, some Kayn nerfs and Aatrox nerf to the origin. I thought of this nerfs like so long though, and I feel like the condition is still not enough though for me to be satisfied to get them from auto drawing and tutoring the draws and the plays. Like it from playing in 3 cultists to draw Kayn, you now have to play 4 cultists to draw Kayn to your hand from your deck. I think this is quite good because you don't really have the choice. In order for you to have Kayn, you have to play as much as possible, and sometimes you just don't even draw 4 cultists until then, and technically you are not having to. And the thing about like World Ender as well, that Aatrox Origin is now play 3 different Darkins. This is not enough for you to play like all the Darkins, you know, like you played, would you have to play like Darkins? I mean, you have to play like different weapons now. You play like 3 weapons and you still draw Aatrox, but now it's actually much more difficult. I think this is absolutely wrecking the deck. I had like so many times struggle of drawing Aatrox, and I was just doing like play Bloodletter, let my unit die, play Bloodletter again, and now you're required to actually have at least 3 different Darkins, and it's super hard to do it with Dwayne. I think Aatrox nerf is a large nerf compared to Kayn version of nerf. I think Aatrox got like hit with the the nerf hammer so much that I don't think it's gonna be kind of like seeing too much play anymore, and I think that's kind of good though, right? I mean, Aatrox was released. Aatrox was strong as heck, not that broken. I mean, you know, sometimes when they release new champions, they want it to be like played, right? Like if they release new good champions, people may spend money on buying bundles, right? But if they don't buy bundles, then there's like a reason because the champion is like boring, or people don't want to play it. So every single time they release new champions, they have to be a little bit overtuned so it's played a bit more, right? I mean, it doesn't matter how fun it is if it's not broken. Like the moment they released Poro Cannon and Rumble and Pantheon, I think that was the four champions they released one time. And Rumble, it was like strong as heck, but then Poro Cannon was like obliterating the meta, and people just bought the bundle and played Poro Cannon, nothing else though. But then there is like Rumble there staying like, well, I'm a deck as well, you can make a deck with me. And Pantheon was the same as well. Like Pantheon was like the unnerved version of and everything, and people still played the it's over Poro Cannon. And then when they realized after like Poro Cannon getting unnerved that Pantheon is like, yeah, and Rumble isn't that good on release. I mean, Rumble was good. I mean, the only reason Rumble wasn't seeing so much change because the other champions they released were strong. You can change my mind all you want, but I think that's I'm particularly thinking the way I'm thinking. All right, next changes. Quietus gets finally nerfed. Let's go. 1 mana and it doesn't change. The change that happens is kill with 2 or less power to kill with 4 total power and health. So you kill a unit with 4 total power and health. Not nerfed, but it really worked. Oof. Bruh, you know, this is something I always follow, like Quietus tend to be like a tiny bit too strong in removing like champions like Veigar or Brown or Seraphine. Like Quietus is now only be played with the new Katarina, for example. That's the reason like they still can use Quietus. I mean, it still destroys an equipment, which is sometimes what they want to do, and it still kills Nora. It still destroys a normal 2 drops. I think Quietus is still gonna be the Quietus it was, but not the Quietus that's actually broken. It can't kill an Azir now. Azir is gonna be kind of like no longer be scared of an opponent Shadowlands player to play Azir, because how are you supposed to kill it? I think this is a huge buff to Azir, huge buff to Brown, huge buff to Veigar. Just deal 2 damage. Can't kill a Heimer. Can't kill level 1 Nautilus. Can't kill Maokai. Like Maokai was 1-4, it couldn't kill anyways. I mean, it could kill though. It could kill. Bro, this is actually a huge nerf. And I think I absolutely like this, because Quietus has been having like the time of their life for way too many months though. Ever since Quietus came out, like Quietus has been like way too good. Well, not 3 of Quietus, but 2 of perhaps. I mean, since like all the equipment enemies decks has been nerfed though, Quietus I don't think it's gonna be kind of that necessary, since people don't play equipment decks so much. I mean, we don't know, because I don't think like Gwen is gonna be seeing much more play though. You can heal above, and it fizzles now. Temper, and you can still play it in late game because you can ping or something that they heal or buff, so I don't know. Torchan and Shield of Duran now protects against Quietus. Exactly. This is a huge buff to Freljord. and Demacia. Huge buff. Alright, let's go to the next one. Eye of Nagakabouros. It's from burst speed to focus, which absolutely makes sense though, but I don't like. I don't like it. You know, the fact like enemies could just simply summon Eye of Nagakabouros on blocking turn. Bro, this is huge though, huge nerf. Huge nerf to make it focus. Since like it's huge. You can't no longer block with Nagakabouros. You can't no longer do that. You just simply draw 2 cards on your turn, and that's it. You can actually still use it in like aggro decks from Bilgewater to Pirate aggro, where you use Eye of Nagakabouros to make a bigger board to attack with more units. But that's it about it. You can't no longer use it as a blocker, and that's actually quite terrible. It was pretty decent, pretty damn decent to use as a blocker. There's a huge nerf to Bilgewater. The whole region gets nerfed by only one small change. Imagine that. No more burst blocker. I mean, that was good though. I really like I have Nagakabouros just because of the burst blocker, but it's no longer that great. They said it's to incentivize Illaoi plays. Well, yes. Well, I mean, it's card draws and Bilgewater. Bilgewater is known for card draws. Not good ones, but card draws. And this is actually now a bad card draw. But still, a 2/2 body at focus speed, you can actually still utilize it a bit more, but it's gonna be quite bad, not gonna lie. I wouldn't really like it so much to play right now. Alright, next card up, we got Poro Cannon. Poro Cannon got nerfed from 0 mana to 1 mana. Yay. I mean, whoa, I just realized this is absolutely a nerf to Lulu and Jinx. No longer can you do like 0 mana Poros. Bro, they nerfed like Lulu Jinx 2 times. They nerfed the Super Mega Death Rocket and now Poro Cannon. Poro Cannon used to be like 0 mana, it used to be pretty decent. But now you can no longer cheese out like a Super Mega Death Rocket if you just barely have enough mana. Now you got like to be even more tight in mana than like before. Like you were already tight on mana though, not like this like how you were. You are so much now. Wasting much more mana to go wider. It takes much more turns though for you to do things. Imagine if they would do something like this to drum solo as well. I mean, the only reason, I don't know. I mean they should rework this, like burst speed. Do a thing like summon spam 2 and draw 2 next round, or like focus and do both at the same time. I think they should really do it, or like just draw 2 and spam 2 the next turn, or they should have like make such choices for Eye of Nagakabouros, because it feels like it's like such a huge nerve, dude. Such a huge nerve. Salvage. Well, if I would be playing Illaoi, I will play Eye of Nagakabouros, but now I would really play Salvage over this, because it actually is cheaper as well, and it was only good because of that spam. And it's cheaper now. I mean, it's 1 mana 2/2 at burst speed, it was, but now it's focus speed. You can't do that in combat, so it's not that great. Oof, I don't know. Alright, next change is for the people who likes off-meta decks and want their beloved Ornn to be played. So, pretty small change, but I don't really get this though. First off, let's talk about like Weapon Master's Apprentice, Weaponsmith's Apprentice. So, yes. So Apprentice is 1 mana 1/2 instead of 1/1. I think the change is quite interesting, since like most of the time most units are 2/1s, but this is complete the opposite. I can trade off Spider now, doesn't die immediately. You can trigger it much reliantly, but that one stats, I'm not sure if it's gonna really help out too much. But it should be helping out you to do that forge, or I'm not sure though. You already missing the point of getting an equipped units on 3 or 2. I'm not sure, and you have to keep it alive. I'm not sure. So you're saying like, so I think like she's actually. She needs a bit for change, like make it 1 mana 2/2. I think like she deserves it. So 1/3. I mean 1 HP doesn't really change too much. 2 HP would change a lot. I think for 2 HP I think she would be quite amazing for 1 mana. 1/2 is actually good stats for a 1-drop. I mean, like nowadays we have like units that are 1 mana 3/3s. She could be a 1 as well. Like she could be 2/2. I mean, she has a condition as well, like any other cards like Chip has as well. She could be the next Chip. I guess we're gonna be seeing like 1 buff now and then 1 buff in another patch in the future, I think. So you think like Weaponsmith Apprentice into Darking Spear is mega juicy? Yeah, I mean if you kinda do Darking Spear, she would be like on 1 turn you play her, and then second turn Darking Spear, she would be 1 mana 2/5? Yeah, 2/5. I think that would be kind of decent though, pretty decent stats though for 2 body. But still you play that 3 mana wide open, goes wide, and then collapse you in the easy way as possible. But yeah, I mean 2/5 is actually very hard to deal with afterwards. You can still Quietus the weapon. Alright. Next one. Artisan. You say like Artisan might overtake Vulpina Wanderer as a staple to draw as on failure now, since it's like 2 mana 2/3 instead of 1/4. I mean 2 mana 2/3 is actually premium stats for a 2 mana drop card to run a body, and you get time indication. You don't have to actually keep the unit alive as well. You can block it with this. It's like Chronomancer. I mean, not that amazing, but not so bad either. It's like if you play Favorite Artisan on turn 2 without using mana on the first turn, you get like 3/4 body that doesn't grow. I mean, that you spend 3 mana. I mean, it has its charm, but yeah, Artisan seems to be like kind of good though. Time dedication is 1 mana, yes. I think I like Artisan. I think I would play both Apprentice and Artisan in the deck now if I would be playing Ornn. Maybe it's gonna be like Ornn and Jack stacks, the way Riot wanted it. But yeah. Next card, we got Heart Blood Mender. Mender got a change. Instead of like a buff to the stats, it got like a nerf to the stats from 5-5 to 4-5, but instead of forging once, it forges twice. Forging once was actually giving a random unit you use it on a +1/+1 stats. If it's a weapon, it's granting it the weapon the stats. Now it doubles it, so that apprentice looks pretty buffed with the Darkin Spear, meaning you can buff a Darkin Spear to 4 with only one single Mender use. That's actually not so bad though. But yeah, the whole point is everything can be Quietus, right? Mender gives 7 stats for 4-5. If you count the stats though, he is actually a 6-7 for 5 mana and heals your Nexus for 3, which is absolutely great though. I think like it does not heal 6. It only heals 3. It just forges now twice. No. Healing 6 would be kinda too strong, dude. Imagine it heals 6 though. I think Mender would be the broken. It doesn't show anywhere here. It only shows this, dude. It's only he heals 3 and forges twice. I mean, heal 3. You'd normally take like Tavern Keeper 3/3 body for that 3 heal, no other reason, and you have Mender as well. I think this is pretty neat. I like the Forge 2 though. If it would be heal 6, I think it would be too broken though. But anyway, I think that's kinda neat buff. The next one we see on the list is Ornn. Ornn got a small buff that is +1/+1 stats. So it's no longer 7 mana for 4, which is like a meme from Hearthstone, where 4 mana 7/7 was like stats for Shaman card, and that was like people would complain about like how OP it was. I mean, back in the day when Hearthstone was kind of like still at the beginning. But yeah, I mean, stats are not so bad now, and the thing about Ornn I didn't like most of the time that my weapon from Ornn I actually upgraded while playing it. I lost the weapon the moment I played it. Like if they use Quietus on my Ornn, I just lose it, and I didn't really like that anymore, so so that was awkward. But anyway, stats buffs are always appreciated for Ornn enthusiasts. Why does the card do 10 things at once? Like equip an ally. The equipment, it does 1. Or the strongest enemies. Attack forge twice, it's 2. Has Tov. Has level up. And level up summons unit. It's like just 5. It's not that complicated. It's like not like auction. Auction is actually one of the complicated champions. I mean, lots of people didn't really understand auction at first. Or now only needs a weapon that has 1 attack to level. Wait, what? Or now only needs a weapon that has 1 attack to level on attack. Oh, I get it. So when Ornn actually copies the weapon, it just needs to have 1 attack, because it already goes to 7/7 on attack. Well, yes, I understand. Like that was never the problem, right? On Forge, Ornn doesn't level. Yeah, I need to equip one to level up. It's true though. I mean, the thing about like Commander getting like stat reduced and like characters getting like stat reduced, like less damage they do, it's harder for you to actually strike for 8 damage with a unit. I think that's gonna be quite harder for you to level up Ornn before it, unless you find a unit, a weapon master, like the battle cook that gives like forge already and then forge it again until you buff it. This patch is definitely Ornn patch. Well, people will play less Quietus because people will be afraid to play it, and Ornn is like. Okay, so these are new cards though. I mean, I didn't see these though anyways. I was on Discord. And Discord. Alright, Soul Cleave. New Shadow Elves card, slow speed, 3 mana. Kill an ally to summon 2 ephemeral copies of it. Whoa, hold on a second. They weren't using it anyways. Wait. Isn't this literally like encroaching mist copy? That on Mist with Viego and hey, Viego level 2. It's literally that. Turbulent. Wait, yeah, you can do it. This is excellent, dudes. I mean, what else can you use it on? You can use it on 4-drop in Allegiance. 4-drop Allegiance? What? Allegiance card. Triple buff for no reason. Shark. Oh wait, you can use this on a shark as well. Oh, Shark Chariot decks. You can use it on Zed and Hecarim. So Cleave, you simply kill a unit, get 2 copies of it for no reason. For very cheap. Damn, son. Simply, oh wait, you guys play like Fading Icon, I play Soul Cleave, do the same thing without having to play 4 mana for a card. Like imagine, you use Fading Icon on a Sharky, and then, wait, you use 2 mana to play a Sharky, you use Fading Icon to play another Sharky and another Fading Icon for another Sharky, you spend like 6 mana and 3 cards. But wait, what if you just played this this on a Sharky you spend 2 mana on, you spend 5 mana for the same result as like 2 Fading Icons. Easy game, my dudes, easy game. A last breath effects trigger instantly. You can use this on like Gwen. Bruh, wait, hold on a second. If you use the new card Soul Cleave on this card, you get 3 free mana. Dude, 3 mana, ramp for 6 mana. Damn. Like after your player's wet dream. Dragoncaller with this is also strong. Dragoncaller? Bro, you play Dragoncaller, you Soul Cleave, get like 2 Nevias? Wait, where's this downside? People don't even know what to do with Dragoncaller anyway. It's 4 HP, that's like literally the interventions. Bruh. Like you can use it on Cyan. Bruh, Cyan Viego. Alright, let's check out the next 7 mana streamer card. Castigate. Kill all the followers. Sometimes you're down to the light, sometimes it's drawn to you. Castigate. I mean, if Shurima didn't really have already like counters for other decks like negation, now they have like selective urination. Imagine there's a champion strength deck and you'd be just castigated. And you still spend 7 mana for killing cards. Dr. Eggman got his champion spell into lore. What's Dr. Eggman? Oh, Dr. Isn't this just better than Ruination? It won't kill your champions. It doesn't kill the opponent's champions either. But it kills like anything. Why is it Shurima? The reason it is in Shurima because they want you to make a Nasus deck with Trash again.